Over the next couple of weeks, we will be unpacking the live it, love it, and listed behind the web app Yentas. That, of course, is a travel community for women to share and explore travel lists. Joining us today to unpack the live it part is founder of Yentas, Penny Ndlela. Penny, nice to chat to you again. Hope you're well.
Yes, I'm well, and thank you for having me again.
It's great to have you with us. So, Penny, Yentas asks women to share their lived experiences of their travels. Why is a personally lived recommendation so important to women?
I think women get each other, so and they get the fact that there are nuances to the way that we move through the world, right? So there are things that are specific to women in terms of their needs when they are in an environment that is new to them. So when they are planning a travel itinerary or planning to take their family somewhere else, the first port of call that they do is to find a friend that has either been there, or that friend can refer another friend who has been there, so that they can give them the insights that they need for specific things like, if they're looking to go and rest and they're traveling with their family, will there be kid-friendly environments for them that would allow that? Because we are emotional travelers, and there's so many things happening around in our psyche when we need to travel.
That makes sense to me. What makes the majority of women take on the role of travel planner in relationships or family dynamics?
I think a bit of that is control. Yes, I think we like to know that things are in place, because when we have planned prior, then we can be assured a restful time and a time to also enjoy ourselves when we've actually left our home environment and we're traveling in a new environment. I think that's why we take on the role of planning.
Okay. And how does Yentas enable women to take up space in the world?
I think what we wanted to do was to create a space for women to share their travel insights in one place. And we built it in such a way that women are able to search based on their preferences and also based on lists that have been lived before. That's why the lived part is very important, because the way that a woman would engage with our platform is relevant through all stages of the travel experience. So it's from the dreaming and planning part to during the trip, in terms of the part where you're actually having the travel experiences, as well as post the trip, where you are collating all your memories in one place. So it's been important for us that, firstly, with this platform, women take up space by being able to find other women who have the same preferences as them. And our platform enables you to search within the platform so that it's easier and quicker for you to get the relevant information that you're looking for.
That's awesome. Penny, how does having insights from a lived experience impact the idea of safety for women?
I think what we have found is that, I'll just speak for myself. When I'm thinking of traveling alone or with a group of friends or with my family, is that a local insight is like a heads up for me. I get to know how I need to dress, what I need to prepare for. So it links up to that preparedness in travel, and local insights obviously link up to safety as well. Things like, should I be carrying cash instead of a card? Will my credit card facility work in that space? Should I be wearing soft walking shoes, or instead of heavy hiking boots or high heels? It's just that overall preparedness, which is not only about physical safety, but as well as about emotional safety.
Okay, and finally, Penny, right now we're seeing more women traveling than ever before. What does this mean for women on the African continent?
I think it's an exciting time for women as well as for the African continent in itself. One can see by the African content that is coming out of most social media websites. So Women are traveling more than they were before because for the first time in history, this is the time that we are most independent. Women are also being explorers later in life. You're seeing the average age of the traveler being above 45. So it's women whose children are out the house, empty nesters. They have the economic availability. It's an exciting time for the continent because it still remains the most undiscovered continent on the planet. And local insights are what's the juicy information that people are looking for in terms of exploring. And we've just seen recently a young woman who took a road trip from London to Lagos in her early 30s, and she took her small little Renault car and drove it from London to Lagos.
Wow.
And it was such an incredible, inspiring story because firstly, African women as travelers is something that has not been top of mind. They haven't been seen as actual travelers. Everybody else travels to Africans and not Africans traveling within Africa. And so to see her and her experience and just the sheer joy and accolades she's received and the inspiration she's created from doing that, and the engagement on her social media was about, oh my God, I didn't realize I could go to Côte d'Ivoire. It looks like such a great city. Where would you recommend that I go and stay, go and eat, or explore culture and history and all of that? And we are also moving into fated AI generated information. And trust has always been a big issue, but now more than ever, it will be a big issue because firstly, we don't want to be just sold to. We want to know that somebody has actually been there and lived that and can advocate for that place and that space for its safety. So that it helps me as another woman make my decision and feel prepared by the time I actually get to that country.
That makes perfect sense. Penny, thank you so much. Of course, you are the founder of Yentas, and that's a travel community for women where they can share and explore travel lists. Tell us quickly, how do we get Yentas on our phones and devices?
So it's pretty easy. We've made it a web responsive platform. All that means is that it's actually a website. So you would go to www.weareyentas with an S at the end.com. And you can also find us on our socials at We Are Yentas, either on IG or Facebook or TikTok.
Sounds great. Next week we will be unpacking the love it part of Yentas, because as we know, it's live it, love it and list it with Yentas. Thank you so much for your time, Penny. Until next week.
Thank you for having me. It was fun.
Have you ever wondered about your travel style? Are you perfectly planned, the type who gets up at 6 a.m. to see the sights of a new city, checklist in hand? Or the carefree honey who just wants to ease into the day? Take our quiz to find your travel style and discover a whole community of like-minded women at Yentas, a brand new travel platform made for women by women. Because no one gets it quite like women do. Explore lists to inspire your next trip and keep your travel memories, recommendations and safety tips from those who've actually been there all in one place. Come and explore the world of Yentas on weareyentas.com. Live it, love it, list it.